Some places in the world hide secrets so old that even history refuses to explain them. In southern India, in the city of Thiruvananthapuram, stands a temple that has become one of the most mysterious places on earth. It is called the Padmanabhaswamy Temple. To millions of people, it is a sacred place dedicated to the Hindu god Vishnu, but to historians and investigators, it is something else entirely, because deep beneath this temple lie a series of underground vaults that remain sealed for centuries. When the world finally learned what was hidden inside some of those chambers, the discovery shocked historians everywhere. But the real mystery was not what they found. The real mystery was the vault they never opened. In 2011, the Supreme Court of India ordered an official investigation into the hidden vaults beneath the temple. For generations, rumors had circulated that enormous wealth was stored underground, but no one expected what investigators were about to see. When the first chambers were opened, they found treasures unlike anything discovered in modern history. Piles of gold coins dating back hundreds of years, diamond necklaces, golden statues of gods, ceremonial crowns covered in rubies and emeralds, ancient jewelry, solid gold ornaments, and artifacts from civilizations long gone. The scale of the discovery was almost impossible to comprehend. Experts estimated the treasure inside the temple could be worth more than $20 billion, making Padmanabhaswamy Temple the richest temple in the world. But as the investigators moved from chamber to chamber, cataloging the unbelievable wealth hidden underground, they eventually reached a vault that no one had touched for centuries. This chamber was labeled simply as Vault B. Unlike the other vaults, this one was different from the moment they saw it. The door was massive, carved from thick stone, and unlike the others, it had no visible lock, no keyhole, and no hinges. Instead, the entire surface of the door was carved with two enormous cobras, their hoods spread wide and their bodies coiled across the stone as if guarding something behind them. Temple priests immediately warned the investigators not to attempt opening it. According to ancient tradition, the vault was protected by powerful sacred chants known as Naga Bandham, a spiritual seal believed to bind the chamber shut. Priests insisted the vault could only be opened by a very specific ritual performed by a highly trained spiritual master. Without the proper mantras, they believed the door should never be disturbed. To the investigators, this sounded like ancient superstition, but as they examined the chamber more closely, something strange began to happen. Several members of the team later described an overwhelming feeling of dread when standing near the door. One investigator said the air felt unusually cold inside the chamber, even though the tropical heat outside was intense. Another said that the atmosphere near the vault felt heavy, almost as if the space itself was warning them to leave. Even stranger were the stories told by temple workers who had spent decades inside the temple complex. Some of them claimed that late at night, when the temple was empty and silent, strange sounds could occasionally be heard from deep within the underground chamber. Not voices, not footsteps, but something else. Some described it as a distant rushing sound, almost like water moving through underground tunnels. Others said it sounded more like wind echoing through a cavern beneath the temple. Because of these warnings and the strong objections from religious authorities, the decision was made not to force the door open, and so Vault B remained sealed. But the mystery only deepened after researchers began studying the temple's ancient records. According to historical documents from the royal family of Travancore, the vaults beneath the temple were constructed centuries ago to store offerings given to the deity. Kings, merchants, and pilgrims from across the region brought immense wealth to the temple over generations. However, these same records also describe Vault B in a very different way from the other chambers. In several ancient manuscripts, the vault is accompanied by warnings written in careful script, warnings that appear repeatedly across different historical periods. Some passages describe the chamber as sacred and forbidden. Others say it is protected by divine guardians. One text even states clearly that the chamber must remain sealed for the protection of the world above. Over time, these warnings became part of the temple's mythology. According to legend, the vault is guarded by powerful serpent spirits, known as nagas, mythical beings believed in Hindu tradition to live beneath the earth and protect sacred treasures and hidden realms. The giant cobra carvings on the door are believed to represent these guardians. Some believe the carvings are not just decoration, but symbolic warnings meant to tell anyone approaching the door that something powerful lies beyond it. But the most unsettling theory about Vault B is one that historians rarely discuss openly. Some researchers believe the chamber may not have been designed to protect treasure at all. They believe it may have been built to seal something away. The design of the door itself is unusual for a treasure vault. Normally, such chambers include multiple layers of locking mechanisms designed to prevent theft. But Vault B does not appear to function like a normal vault. Instead, it resembles something much older and much stranger, almost like a barrier rather than a door. There are also stories passed down among temple workers that suggest someone once tried to open the chamber long ago. According to accounts from the early 20th century, a group of men attempted to access the vault during a period when the temple's treasures were being inspected by royal authorities. The story claims they managed to partially move an outer barrier protecting the chamber. But before they could proceed further, something unexpected happened. Some of the men reportedly heard a strange sound coming from deep inside the vault. Witnesses described it as a loud rushing noise, like water moving through a powerful underground current. Others claimed it sounded more like a deep echoing vibration from somewhere far below the temple. Whatever the sound was, it frightened the group enough that they immediately abandoned the attempt and sealed the entrance again. Whether this story is true or simply part of temple folklore remains unknown, but it has only added to the mystery surrounding Vault B. Today, the chamber remains sealed exactly as it has been for centuries. While the other vaults beneath the temple have been documented and secured, the serpent door has never been opened in the modern world, and the decision to leave it untouched continues to be supported by both temple authorities and government officials who believe. Disturbing, it could create unnecessary controversy or risk. But the question that continues to fascinate historians, archaeologists, and mystery researchers around the world is simple. What exactly lies behind that door? Is it another chamber filled with unimaginable treasure, perhaps even greater than the wealth already discovered beneath the temple? Could it contain sacred relics too important or too dangerous to be handled by ordinary people? Or does the ancient warning written beside its name hold some deeper truth, suggesting the vault was never meant to be opened at all? Because sometimes the most fascinating mysteries in the world are not the ones we solve. They are the ones we choose to leave untouched. Beneath the Padmanabhaswamy Temple, behind a door carved with ancient serpents and sealed by traditions that have lasted for centuries, something remains hidden in the darkness. And until the day someone decides to break the seal and open Vault B, the world may never know what has been waiting there all this time.